Good morning. Uh, this is day one of our fasting and prayer. So the Lord instructed us at the beginning of the year to take out 21 days, just fellowshipping with Him in an intimate way, seeking His face, gaining clarity concerning the year 2020. And I just want to remind us of our prayer time. We'll be praying 6 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., and we'll be praying again at 12 midnight on our corporate prayer line. And also we're going to be meeting every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday corporately at church, main site. But something that I really want to communicate to us today is how to get the best out of these 21 days of prayer and fasting. We shared yesterday in church the importance of generosity in our prayer and in our fasting, because Isaiah chapter number 58 specifically tells us the importance of our love work, our generosity during the time of fasting. But something else, I want to add something else to that, which is two major things that I need you to be on the lookout for, that I want you to be conscious of, I want you to really major on during the next 21 days of fasting and prayer. Number one is you have to let the Word of God sink into you. You see, prayer and fasting will not be effective without the Word of God in you. Because you see, without studying the Word, without making time, special times where you meditate on the Word, without all of that, your prayer and your fasting will be void. So you need to put the Word in you in abundance. And secondly, you have to learn to walk in love. Okay, see, without the love of God, liquid love flowing in you rapidly, your fasting is in vain. You got to understand, your fasting is in vain without the love work. You're fasting for nothing. If you are unable to forgive whatever someone had said or done to you, whether currently or whether in the past, you've got to let it go. Because you have to understand that when you come before God like this, your heart is what God is looking at. Because when you're seeking the face of God, you can't seek the face of God with grudges in your heart. You can't seek the face of God with contempt in your heart for someone. You can't seek the face of God with unforgiveness in your heart. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. So that's why in our devotional today, we're looking at love and forgiveness. It's the fundamental of our Christian walk. But amazingly, a lot of us just take it for granted. Because how can you say you're a Christian without walking in love, without your ability to get along with people? So how can you say you are in a fast and you are not getting along with people? Something just wrong with that. Your fasting is void, because what propels, what brings you into that place of receiving from God is faith in His Word and love in your heart. So, and I want you to be on the lookout specifically when it comes to anger and bitterness and everything else that is connected to that, because the enemy is going to come at you. I'm telling you, the enemy is going to come at you with stuff from the past. The enemy is going to come at you with stuff from the present. And the enemy is going to suggest all manner of stuff to your mind about how so-and-so is not good. And he's going to paint negative pictures about people to you. But during this fast, you're going to have to reject all and any of those contrary images. You are going to have to reject any image that paints someone in a negative light. You are not a God. Or let me say it again. Or you are not the God. You are not the one that should be judging people. You cannot have a judgmental and cynical spirit or attitude during this time of fasting. Even after the fast is over, you are not even supposed to have any of those stuff to begin with. They are pollutants of the spirit. They destroy the work of God in your life. They will. So you may find yourself just fasting for nothing because of your inability to forgive someone. Now let me say something to you. Avoiding people and forgiving people are two different things. You can't say, "Oh, I'm just going to avoid them if I don't deal with them, if I don't deal with her, if I don't deal with him, if I don't deal with the church, if I don't deal with the workplace, everything is just going to be fine." You are kidding. Not this period when you're fasting. No, it's not going to work. Forgiveness is spiritual. It's from the spirit. It's spiritual. It's something that you have to put to work. You have to let people know that you have forgiven them. And you have to let it go. And sometimes, let me say something to you. Sometimes the things that we are upset about, when you let God open up your heart and your spirit on those matters, you will find that most often that you are the one that is at fault. I'm telling you the truth. If you allow God to set your heart, you will realize that for the most part, you are the one that is at fault. So you may be faulting people and faulting someone for something. But when God opened up your heart, often you realize that you're the one that is at fault. So I want you to realize something, that God wants you to get the best out of this 21-day fast. Like I said, you got to put the word of God in you. And you have to deal ruthlessly with anger, unforgiveness, and judgmental and cynical spirit. They are going to destroy everything you're going to do for the next 21 days. They are going to make this fast vain, void, and ineffective. So I want to encourage you. Seek the face of God. I know you have already started. And let any form of bitterness, anger, offense, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's what the enemy is already doing. But don't take the bait. Don't maintain an indifferent spirit. Say, I'm not going to just get myself involved. But you're indifferent. That also is going to destroy what God is going to do in your life in this year 2020. So for some of you who are asking, "Oh, I need clarity. Oh, I need this. Oh, God, show me this." God is talking to you now. You got to let anger be a thing of the past. You're going to nail that anger to the cross where it belongs. Doesn't belong in your heart. Offense doesn't belong in your heart. The Bible says the Holy Spirit has shared the love of God in our heart. That's what is in you. Love, not anger. Amen. So, anyways, we said we had a challenge for all throughout this week. So I want to also use this media to challenge you today to make a difference in people's lives, especially those who live in your sphere of influence. So the challenge for today is to be a blessing to someone, is to make a difference in someone's life, is to give someone something from what you have. Specifically, let me be specific. Specifically, check your wardrobe. Go to your wardrobe. What you have not worn for some time, and hoping that you're going to lose weight and fit into it, and you've been doing this for 1 year. Don't do that. Take some of those things. You may be saying, "Pastor, after this fast, I'm going to lose some weight and I'm going to fit into some of these things." Hear what the Lord is saying today. Go to your wardrobe. Find something there. Don't get something that you don't like. Find something that you like in there and use it to bless someone today. That's a challenge. So make sure also that you study Isaiah number 58. It's going to bless you. It'll put you in the right mind frame as you pray and as you fast. I'm excited to be sharing God's word with us today and to be speaking to us by the Holy Ghost. So we'll pray again at 12 noon. We'll pray at 6 p.m. and we'll pray again at 12 midnight. Again, spend some time to study the word. Let your focus be on Jesus all throughout today. Looking forward to praying with you today. We'll be in church also. Remember, that reminds me, we're going to be in church tonight. We're going to be in church tonight, 6 p.m. Please don't forget that, and let others know also that we're going to be in church tonight. So again, I'm excited. It's a privilege sharing God's word with you. Let's take a hold of everything that God has in store for us, and let's change our word for Jesus Christ. God bless you.